Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the concept of the Big Bang Theory. And one of the things I find interesting about it is that even though in the Quran it talks about the expansion of the universe, which is one of the cool things I thought, when I first read it, because I didn't realize that. Way back when I reverted in '98. And I thought it was a wonderful thing. I thought, oh, other religions must be talking about this too. But no, they're not. And when you research a little bit into like the whole Big Bang thing, you learn that the concept itself, the phrase Big Bang, was coined by Father Georges Lemaitre. I think I pronounced it correctly. I apologize if I didn't. He was a Catholic priest. Back in 1927, he came up with the idea for the Big Bang. It was more in the 1930s, it became more of the Big Bang idea, and eventually called the Big Bang Theory. And what's interesting also is that centuries before, back in the early 1000s, like 11th century, Ibn Sina, or as he's known in the West as Avicenna, came up with the same idea, but he called it necessary existence or necessary being, and he realized that the universe itself has a creator. And so it's interesting that how two people who believe in the existence of God, one Muslim like myself, way smarter, more articulate and eloquent, I bet, and a Catholic priest, come up with this idea for the Big Bang. But yet it's been co-opted, if you notice recently, by the atheists who deny the existence of God. That's one of this whole Big Bang thing is just one of the things that they like to base their foundation of their ideologies or philosophies or intellectual reasoning, they may want to call it. But yet it was an idea taken from people who believe in God. I just thought that's odd, that instead of coming up with something original on their own, if they want to believe in the existence of no God, why not come up with your own idea? But they haven't. They want to steal somebody else's. And the thing I wonder is that I was thinking of is that when you look at, if you go far enough back into the beginning of the universe, into like its most finite point, even if it exploded, erupted, or just burst into existence, like a blossoming flower, or like when someone blows into a balloon, that air has to expand into something. And I thought, well, in order for that to actually happen, in order for the universe, so those chemicals and like molecules all had to come together and just blossom or erupt, they had to go erupt into something. There couldn't just been nothing there. So there already had to have been an outer shell of the universe in order to exist for the Big Bang to basically just bang into existence, bang into something, just blow up or explode. But it's kind of just something that just irked with me, is that there had to be something already there, like a big shell or some sort of container into an existence in order for it to erupt into something. It's just like, a cup is just an empty vessel until you fill it with water. And it's, a cup, a glass, mug. A balloon is just a limp piece of rubber until you blow into it, and then and your air causes it to expand and, give it shape, give it dimensions, give it a purpose. And so for me, that emerging into something is for me more proof, of the existence of a divine being, of God. And the very fact that something had to have been created for it to exist into is more proof that someone else had already created it. Therefore, this universe, given how vast and expansive it is, and it seems to be expanding, which means it's very large container to me. So in order for it to all do all that expansion, somebody built it, which means a creator. And the very fact that it has a creator, means it's, in my personal opinion, God. Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, yeah. But, there are people who are way better at like mathematics and science. They could probably articulate it and work it out maybe better than I could. All the math behind that. But it's just an idea that I had running around in my head. I don't know if anybody else has thought about it. You probably have. But I thought I'd share it. If you like it, great. If not, that's okay too. But I figured, it's better to at least kind of get these ideas out and share them with people. Maybe you might inspire somebody else to expand upon that idea, or maybe clarify it more so that it makes much more sense than I'm able to articulate. Thanks for listening and watching. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.